Welcome to Coffee Talk. I am your host, MISHUMA, SABA, M.SABA. This is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Peace, 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 peace. And welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast. I am your host, MISHUMA, SABA, M.SABA. And this is our Cultural Variety Podcast show. How y'all doing this Monday night, July 25th, 2022? Tonight is our cultural night, but we're going to lighten it up a little bit tonight. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and lighten it up, because there's some things that I saw in the entertainment wire, in the entertainment news, and I felt that we really need to discuss it. I don't feel like we should let it pass us by without at least taking a moment to look at what's going on. And so tonight we're going to be discussing Nick Cannon. That's right, Nick Cannon's in the news, and we're going to talk a little bit further about why he's in the news in just a moment. And then we're going to also talk about downtown areas. So the downtown areas in your city. How do we reduce the crime rate? What's going on in our downtowns? And possibly a solution that we should all consider or look into, or try to add something on to it to make sure that we can get the crime rate down in our communities. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that. So we are going to stay on our script of being. I like to say this is our mode. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all a Wednesday night and Friday night. This is our cultural night, but we definitely going to talk about Nick Cannon in downtown. So thank you for being here tonight. Welcome to the show, Coffee Talk Podcast. Now, if this is your first time coming to the show, man, we are a cultural variety podcast show. So we appear 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and alternate Friday, Saturday nights. Each show that we present is catered to something else. So Mondays is our cultural studies night. And what we do on Mondays is we give love to our people. We give love to our authors, our scholars, our doctors, our scientists, our people, our ancestors, us. That's what we do on Mondays. On Wednesday is our sports night. Now, we don't care about who really won the game and all that. We don't really care about that. We like to look at the behind the scenes and the intricate things that our athletes have to deal with in the world of sports. So that's what we do on Wednesdays. And then Friday and Saturday, it's a chill weekend, and beginning of your weekend, I should say, end of your week, where we like to just go ahead and let our hair down. I don't have no hair, as you can see. I'm bald headed, but we like to go ahead and relax. You know what I'm saying? And just have a good time. We like to have guests. We like to play 10-question Q&A. We like to just enjoy ourselves, man. Like I said, we like to let our hair down. You know what I'm saying? So again, thank you for tuning into the show, Coffee Talk Podcast. And we never start the show without giving it its flavor. That's right. We don't never begin our podcast without giving it its flavor and its wise words. So let's go ahead and dive right in so we can get our show started. Today's flavor, that's right, today's flavor is actually water. That's right, water. Why? Because we all need some, man. I know I do. I know you do. They say that you should have 8 cups of water or a gallon. You know what I'm saying? So today's flavor is water. So let's go ahead and talk about it. You got different types of water. You got mineral water, you got tap water, you got filtered water, you got alkaline water, you got purified water, you got distilled water, and you got deionized water, and also sparkling. You know what I'm saying? Which water do you like to put in you? Which water do you like to drink? I know I drink for the taste, because water used to be difficult for me to drink, but now I've been doing such a good job because I realized that it was just a mental block. So now I like water more than I like any other thing, man, because everything else is made out of fruit tooth syrup. Do I say that right? Fruit tooth syrup. Hit the comments and let me know if I pronounced that right. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like no fake juice at all. Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put that in my body. So I'm forcing my mind to allow more water into my system. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. But my favorite water, since we're talking about today's flavors, water, my favorite water is distilled. Distilled water goes to two different filters. Basically, it's one of the cleanest of the waters that I've mentioned. However, the that's the pro of it, but the con of it, because it has to have a pro and con. The con of distilled water is that it filters so much, it takes out all the minerals. And you got to have some type of minerals in your water, at least a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I like the taste of distilled water, so that's who I rock with. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, let me know, since we're discussing today's flavor, what is your favorite water? Is it mineral water? Is it tap water? Is it filtered water? Is it alkaline water? Is it purified water? Is it distilled water? Is it deionized water, or is it sparkling? Go ahead and leave a comment, hit the like button. Let us know what type of water you have. And yo, that's today's flavor here at Coffee Talk Podcast. All right, next up is our wise words. And this brother here has been inspiration to all comedians. He's been an inspiration to all comedians. He was a good friend of Malcolm X, El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Peace to the God. This guy is, if you had to make a Mount Rushmore of comedians, there's going to be an argument, a serious debate, if you leave this guy off. Tonight's wise words is by no other than legendary comedian Red Fox, Mr. Red Fox. You know Red Fox, and if you don't, young adults, Red Fox was the dude on Harlem Nights with the big glasses that was married to Vera. Harlem Nights, in the movie Harlem Nights. Red Fox was also the actor that played in Sanford and Son, and his cousin was Aunt Esther. You know what I'm talking about? Just to give you a little something, ask your mom and pops about Red Fox. You also can pull up footage and check out past comedic videos. But tonight's wise words by Red Fox is this. Red Fox once said, beauty may be skin deep, but ugly goes clear to the bone. That's right. Beauty may be skin deep, but ugly goes clear to the bone. That's Mr. Red Fox, legendary comedian and actor, Mr. Red Fox. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the show. This is one of those quick expressos. Y'all follow the show. You know the terminology. This is one of those quick expressos. It's not gonna be a long show, but it's gonna be a good show. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you like this. Welcome again to our show. But as you enter into our home, come on in, make yourself comfortable, pour yourself some coffee, some water, some wine, a smoothie, whatever makes you comfortable. But come on in. Welcome to our humble home, Coffee Talk Podcast, no doubt. All right. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it, man. Let's just jump right into it. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is in the news because he's having another baby. Cuz drops babies like every month. You know what I'm talking about? But there was something that I was thinking about Nick Cannon, man, because I always like to look at things from two lenses, not one lens. But Nick Cannon, I just want to say this to you, brother, because I'm a fan of your show, first of all. And I wasn't happy to see Wild and Out go away. but I know what happened and everything like that, and I understand the circumstance. Um, but I really missed the show. I'ma first say that. I am a fan, I am a fan, y'all, um, of his shows. He got some good movies, kid movies my kids enjoy. So whatever my kids enjoy, I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? That comes first. But Nick Cannon, I want to say this to you as a brother to another. I don't want to see you, Nick Cannon, fall by being the face of black males having all these babies. And that's what it looks like from the lens that I'm looking at. This industry, as you know, sir, brother, likes to put an asterisk on our entertainers. Eddie Griffin said that, comedian. He said they won't let you out of entertainment. Let's look at that as what would make a man say that, and let's see if these points match. Why is that every one of our athletes, one of our entertainers, or anybody that makes that type of money in that type of arena, when they die, they don't never have a will? That is the most utmost disrespectful claim on black intelligence. I understand if one celebrity didn't have a will, maybe two, but every celebrity just don't know. You mean to tell me that one celebrity that dies before the other, you don't think the other celebrity was paying attention, watching the news, doing whatever they do, come to find out they're watching that this celebrity before them didn't have a will? You don't think they would want to go get a will? It's an insult. Slow that down if you didn't hear what I said. So I say that to say this, Nick Cannon, there's going to be a day, as you know, because they almost kicked you out the club. You know how Hollywood is. They almost kicked you out the club. But what I want you to know is, Nick Cannon, if you're going to have kids, my brother, and I'm not knocking you because I know who the black man is, right? Yeah, if you want to have as many kids as you want, you shall do that. I'm not knocking you for that. But I want you, Nick Cannon, to be careful, bruh, because what you starting to look like is the poster boy of just going around and knocking up chicks, homie. You just going around straight up barebacking everybody and then making a kid out of it. And that's how they would play you, bruh. See, what you can't do is you can't play that gray area. You know what I'm saying? And what you did is you started out giving us entertainment, positive entertainment at that. Great. You are a funny comedian. You're not, in the top 10 of comedians, but you're funny. I've seen some of your stand-ups. Again, I like some of your shows, some of your movies. I think you're very creative as a producer, director, and so forth. I'm a fan. So this is a no cap. I'm not capping or none of that. But brother, I want you to start paying attention to what you dealing with, who you dealing with, and I know you probably already know, being that you are in that arena. But again, Nick Cannon, my brother, is starting to look like you just a has been. That's a word we used to use back in the days. You hear your mothers, your grandmothers, your aunties, your uncles used to say that. Well, not so much men, but women would say that about people that was just out here. Oh, that's a has been. You a has been. I didn't do my homework tonight. Let me go ahead and do it and just pull up your age real quick, Nick Cannon, because I know you up there, homie. And some people would say, well, Nick Cannon got money. Everybody wants to make money. Money they got. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks money just is everything. But it seems to me that most of the people with all the money is either getting fucked over or they lose their minds. Nick Cannon was born October 8th, 1980. and he's age 41, according to what I'm reading here. His net worth is $30 million, they say. And this could be old. Never trust everything you read off of these uh Googles or Wikipedias, you know. But Mr. Nick Cannon, my brother, if you gonna go have kids, man, that doesn't have to always be broadcasted. And I know it's hard because you in the eye. You know what I'm saying? You got the cameras on you. So whatever you do, if you was to walk down the street and pick a quarter up off the ground, it's gonna make the news. I get it. But I want you to start being more aware and more conscious about how it's looking. You know, typically you come off as a very conscious brother, but I also know you've been trying to make sure you stay in that position you in. But they was gonna out you, G. You know that, and I know that. So as a loved one, as a brother, uh, that's coming from a positive platform such as Coffee Talk Podcast, we just want to send our love and our concern, bruh. We ain't knocking you having children, black man. You go ahead and feed the world if that's what you want to do. But I question things such as when they knock you off, if they were to ever knock you off, right? And people say, "Well, who are you talking about?" I'm just talking about the people that control big things in Hollywood. We ain't gotta pretend like we don't hear other situations and how Hollywood is. A lot of people came out and spoke about Hollywood, the parties, the manipulation, the suckery. They don't love you in Hollywood, they use you. Take your masters and put you on the news talking about you didn't have no will because you was some dummy. Mr. Nick Cannon, my brother, I just really want you to stay aware, young man. I just really want you to stay aware. And if you can channel the fact that you are having these kids in some type of positive light, do that. But other than that, man, keep your awareness up and start looking at your publicist because she worked for them. And you know that. Reevaluate your yes men and yes women that's in your camp. They telling you that's a good look. That's a good look. But it don't look like a good look because they always title it as Nick Cannon has another baby. Gosh, jolly gosh. Didn't he just have one? You know? Are they congratulating you, Nick Cannon? Are they supporting you, Nick Cannon, or are they starting to consider to laugh at you, black man? It ain't about the kids. It's about the fact that because it states that you having kids every month, that means that you are having unprotected sex, bruh. So that's really what I'm drilling at here. And this is not a negative because our show does not promote no negative stories. However, I felt like it's a concern because of the way that it's starting to look, the way that it's starting to be narrated. May you get this message to you, Nick Cannon, as we come in peace here at Coffee Talk Podcast. But brother, you starting to become the poster boy of just having unwedlocked children, having unprotected sex, and you a black male. But in every picture I see you having your kids, you smiling. And that's beautiful. But make sure they not laughing at you, Nick. Make sure they not setting you up, Nick. Again, The comedian Eddie Griffin said, "No black man leaves the entertainment sector without an asterisk." Ask Bill Cosby, ask R. Kelly, ask Michael Jackson, ask Prince, ask Mike Tyson, ask Whitney Houston, ask Nina Simone, ask Little Bobby. You understand what I'm saying here today, people that are watching our show, Coffee Talk Podcast? Let me know what your thoughts are on Nick Cannon having these unwed kids. And you know what? Weddings to me don't got to be in front of no judge downtown at the Capitals and all that. I don't even believe in marrying in front of them. I believe that you and your man marry each other through y'all's own vows amongst yourself. What it looks like right now, Nick Cannon, is you just finding every little bunny and you just going to knock them up. And then it reports allegedly that you want to keep having kids. And that's why I had to make this story tonight to just bring awareness to you, brother, that pay attention to what you're doing, yo. If they set you up as the poster boy, what they can do next is rock you and off you off and then be like, oh, Nick Cannon caught AIDS. Ain't nobody gonna be able to debate that. And I'm just saying, I wouldn't want that for you, brother. But the way you packaging yourself by going to have sex with all these different women and just to have a baby out of it, that shit ain't cool. I know you got the means to take care of it. I'm not knocking you. I'm just speaking to you with real facts, my G. Peace and respect, Nick Cannon. What's y'all's thoughts on Nick Cannon, man? Go ahead and leave a comment. Nick Cannon having another child. I don't know how many children he has. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull it up, man. Um, one moment. Let's just go ahead and see real quick. Last year he had 3 kids. That was last year in 12 months. He had 3 kids, twin baby boys, and by his girlfriend Abby De La Rosa, and another boy with girlfriend Elisa Scott. And he has 7 children. That's peace. But be careful, Nick Cannon. Be careful, my G. All right, we're gonna move right along. Thank you for continuing to support the show. We're gonna move right along. Again, I told you this is one of those quick expressos. Show gonna be over soon, but man, we want to go ahead and dive in to downtown areas, man. You know, I'm an old head, man, and I don't say old head in a negative way. I say old head in a wisdom way, in a in a wisdom power way. You know what I'm talking about? So my thoughts on downtown areas is I can remember when it was safe to go downtown. They used to have a word for downtown, a description, which was called an entertainment center. I know you heard of that entertainment center. That used to be the whole downtown area. You used to be able to go downtown, buy your favorite records, whatever, posters, whatever, go buy you some concert tickets, go eat you some good 4 or 5 star food, go to whatever classy little clubs they had down there. You know what I'm saying? But it was an entertainment zone. Now we have a problem. We have a problem with young people. And I'm not talking about young people just to attack them, because when I say young, I'm not talking about the age of a person. I'm talking about the mentality. We have young-minded individuals that going down there just harming people. And that brings us up to this story that I'm getting ready to discuss. Today, WCCO News reported that a former police chief son was brutally beaten in downtown Minneapolis. Reports is that the kid was down there enjoying himself. He came out of wherever he was attending and started to use the phone to call a Uber, and somebody snatched his phone. The kid made the mistake to go chase after that material possession, and the brothers knocked him out and brutally stomped him out. Now, my situation is this when we talk about this. I watched the video of the former police chief. It was his kid. And I didn't want to put no prejudice on it, but I did want to see exactly what the video was going to say. I wanted to see if he had any anger in his heart. I know I would have. It's a human element. It's a human emotion. But I was listening to see if he had any anger in him. I was listening to see where he was going to go with the fact that his child was just brutally beaten downtown. And I thought to myself, look, people, we can't play it both ways. And I'm just talking to my people for a moment. We can't play it both ways. We can't allow knuckleheads to go into any areas, man, and cause crime in our community. Come on, man. Because we look weak when we say, when we allow crime to happen in our communities, and then we run to the man crying about it. Yet we need to be more proactive in getting rid of these corny ass, the no snitch policy, and allowing people to mess up people's families' lives. You cause that kid brain damage, and for what? For a cell phone? Excuse me. You cause that kid brain damage for a cell phone? You cause that kid brain damage because you want to be cool? You want to be funny with your homies? You a car thief. That's criminal shit. And it don't matter what the color is, man. Because when it comes to the law, law is a universal thing. We got to get off of just pointing our fingers at other people. We know our history. We know what went on. But right now, in today's eras, the last 20 years, the last 10 years, it even got worse. We don't like to accept accountability for the people that's effing up in our communities. I don't see Klan in our community shooting at us. I see us shooting at us. And for what? Because you popped a pill, ignorant? You cool because you popped a pill? You need to pop a pill to do this, to do that? Then when you pop the pill, you want to drink on top of the pill, you want to smoke on top of the pill? Not knowing that the pill has after effects that cause a chemical imbalance to your brain. And because you mad and don't know how to effectively communicate and talk out your problems so that your problems can be resolved either by you or through the help of other people, you take out your anger, your frustration on the nearest person to you. And 9 times out of 10, it's on some shady shit, sneak diss shit, sneak punch shit, all that ignorant shit. That I don't give a fuck about life shit. I don't give a fuck about jail. And I didn't mean to cuss on this show today. As you can see, I said F the first time. So I do apologize to our viewers, but I don't apologize for the message. We can't play it both ways, y'all. We can't know who the people are that's fucking up our communities, then go run over here to our oppressor and beg them to help get that shit out of our crime. We gotta be responsible to get people out of our cities, man. We got to do that. You look you look corny when you know who the bad guys are. But you ain't thinking about cleaning up the community. You thinking about getting a dollar. I'm gonna get mine. I'm about to milk them. Come on, man. Crime don't stop. I said a long time ago, it don't matter how much money a city cuts you to help clean up the city. Money ain't gonna stop crime, bruh. The mind stops crime. The education stops crime. And at the same time, we just got to deal with what we got. There's some criminals that just want to be criminals. We got to stop trying to be the mediator, the counselor, and all this shit. Oh, little Ray, he's not a bad kid. He's not a bad person. Well, he been fucking up and he got a long ass rap sheet. But then y'all turn around and talk about, man, they building private prisons because you heard about the shit on TV, fool. They should be building goddamn prisons if 8 motherfuckers is criminals and 8 out of 10. You over here talking about you can change them and shit and all this and shit. I've seen it done. Yes, I've seen it done. There's a man in America that has changed people. But you ain't him. We got to stop wasting our time on people that don't want to be changed. And get their ass out the way. Nat Turner said, if you don't, we got 1,000 people here. Step forward if you want to be free. 900 of them stepped forward because they wanted to be free. Another 100 stepped back, so they offed them. We got to clean up our community, man. Stop going to these old meetings just to ask your oppressor, can you help us? Can you help us? But then at the same time, in your same breath, you say you want to declutter the police department. I'll throw that word in there because I know it means the same. Defuse the police departments. And I'm not here to cheerlead for the police, but I am here to cheerlead about universal law. And what's wrong is wrong. You gonna beat up a kid, damn near kill him, cause brain damage, just because you wanted his cell phone, just because you want to be bad, just because you want to represent the set. You a car thief. A car thief. That ain't gangster. Our downtown areas used to be known as entertainment districts, where it was family. You could take your family to a nice dinner. You could take your family to an NBA basketball game or a baseball game. You could take your family to the museum, the city library. You could take your family shopping. You can work down there and go have you a nice after hour after work. Those entertainment districts need to be just that. So how do we come up with a solution? I don't know. I was thinking, have it where there's certain entryways only going into the downtown areas, and to really upscale it to where it really is an entertainment district again. I know y'all could do that. Just like the Mall of America is an entertainment complex, big and beautiful, hotels and everything. But I'm all for eliminating crime. I'm not all for just going and talk about police brutality. Yeah, that could be on the table if you running as a politician, people. But that shouldn't be your main course. All you gonna talk about is that? Some of them people just getting their ass in problems, and the police is doing their job. That's just how it is, man. Don't you want your mother protected? Don't you want your grandmother protected? Don't you want your daughter protected? Or you want to not say nothing and you want to keep these villains out here, this savage bullshit? Because it ain't about color, it's about savagery. It could be any color. But the point is, you're fucking up the communities, man. The downtown areas. All the communities. Crime has to stop, but the hardest thing with the crime is trying to find out which people are good people and which people are the ignorant motherfuckers. I get it, man. I'm a woke. I don't give a F about parties, man. I don't care if you a Democrat. I don't care if you a Republican. I don't care if you an independent. Them is just names and titles, bruh. I don't play with that. Don't need to. That's technology. That's called politicians. All of that poly shit is trickery when it comes to being some type of politician, garnering votes, and then blaming the people for not voting, or then blaming other people because you couldn't get shit passed. You in it for the titles, y'all. You in it for the money, y'all. You ain't gotta like what I'm saying. I'll say it anyway. But you gonna change in their arena. Stop playing with me. Anything that you want to do to change, you know you can change it without having to deal with that. Shit ain't a game out here. We need to clean up our community. We were just talking today about how, and mind you, I'm talking nationwide here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pick out my city for a moment. In the Twin Cities, we was talking about how a lot of places was closing up, a lot of bars is getting shut down, you know, and a lot of things go into that. Y'all be having these DJs, and these DJs don't do nothing but play ignorant ass music for 4 hours straight. Kanye West already talked about the musical frequencies in music and how it can get you to think negative. Dr. Wesley Muhammad also expanded on that. If you don't know these people, that's why you're here at Coffee Talk Podcast, because you can hear these names of these beautiful people, and you can do the research and start helping study and just help you empower yourself. That's what we really want to give you here at Coffee Talk Podcast. We just want to uplift you. We just want to wake you up. We just want to make you we just want to help you be able to critically think outside the box sometimes. We here to help you because we know you don't know how to do it on your own. What's your thoughts on downtown? What's your thoughts on crime downtown? Is it safe? Do you feel like you have the solution on how we can stop the crime in the downtown areas? Go ahead and leave a comment. Hit the like button. And don't forget, run, call, text your homies, your homegirls. Let them know Coffee Talk Podcast is on. It's Cultural Studies Night. This is Monday. But other than that, man, just go ahead and think about how we can go ahead and stop the senseless bullshit. I think we do need to go ahead and get back into throwing football numbers at people for crimes like that, man. We cannot continue to have people insulting people and then they only get a slap on the wrist and they out of jail in 3 months, or they on probation for 40 years, but they ain't got to go do no jail time. We got to clean it up, man. I'm a woke, man. I don't care if they building prisons, man. Build them damn prisons if it's gonna clean up the bad people, man. Straight up and down. We can't keep being in the middle, man. You can't say you want a peace, but then you want to blame the cops every time that we fucking up. Where are we gonna ever accept accountability for our actions? Talk to me. When we gonna do that? But other than that, man, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Coffee Talk Podcast. As you can see, the missus brought me some tacos, so I'm about to go ahead and knock these out. But other than that, man, thank you for tuning in to Coffee Talk Podcast. I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our cultural variety podcast. I'll see y'all Wednesday for Wednesday night sports edition here at Coffee Talk Podcast. Peace.